Welcome to Approach the Bar with DanceBeat. I'm very happy to have with me the 2016 New York Dance Festival Pro Smooth Champion, Mr. Mazen Hamza. How are you, man?
I'm very good, Chris. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. So what we're going to do, Mazen, we're going to discuss what happened last night. So into sixth place last night, we had John and Jackie. Good result for them to make this final. What did you think about them when they actually got there?
Well, it's interesting that you ask, because this is the first time I'm judging the major event, and transitioning fairly quickly. Everything's still fresh. What I did, how I felt when I did it. So looking at these couples as they're dancing, it's very much about what I remember as well as what I'm seeing. It was a lot of fun to be out there, and I really felt privileged to watch my former colleagues dancing. So to answer that aspect of what they did, I've enjoyed watching their progress in general. I felt they had a slightly stronger performance the previous evening, but it was still strong enough for me to be in the final. It wasn't a definite sixth place all the way around for me.
Okay.
I had them maybe a place higher I couldn't tell you exactly what the dances were, but I felt they had a very strong, positive final for the evening.
Yeah, no, I find that they're a very clean couple.
Very clear, very dedicated to their movement.
Yeah.
I really enjoy their work. Obviously, I'm going to say with everything comes yes, there can be more.
Of course.
But what I really enjoy is seeing the progress and the clarity in what they've begun to achieve.
Okay, so overall, pretty good?
Overall, very good.
Excellent. So into fifth place last night, we had Sergei and Maria. Your thoughts?
My thoughts is it was a very well-deserved placement for them. I feel like they actually have sometimes not enough identity for what they do. They haven't figured that out yet, but they do have a strong commitment when they're very clear. Mm-hmm. It was a very easy placement into the final for me, but I would like to see more growth in identity.
Okay, I haven't actually seen them dance for a little while.
It's been a while since I think they've been on the floor, and I like the strength that they're bringing. Maria has very much developed into a much stronger, more committed dancer. I like the hair color. Everything was just, it was a very positive experience watching them dance.
Okay, that's great. So into fourth place, we had Yegor and Alexandra from Los Angeles.
Okay, this is when it started really getting interesting for me. I felt that the bottom two placements were pretty well matched and very much in that slot. This is when I started having to think. And I hadn't seen Yegor and Alexandra in a while.
Yeah.
They haven't been competing for a bit. I think she had some injuries. I'm not quite clear. But I found myself wanting to mark them higher, but not being able to. Just from a clarity perspective. I like the material that they do very much. I think it's very creative. I think he's an amazing dancer. And I think she's starting to really find herself in the material that they're doing. I think she's really developing, and it's always cool to see somebody, really kind of grow into what they're doing. And I really feel that that's what she started doing. It's just not enough yet to challenge the top three for me this evening.
Yeah, because if you remember when they sort of first came out, they blew everybody away. Yeah, which is what happens.
But I think it was on freshness.
Yeah, of course. And also, she is so different from any of the other girls.
She's soft. She's lyrical, and maybe developing more in those aspects of her would even benefit them more. I don't know. I mean, it's so fascinating, like I said, to be fresh and watching these couples that I know so well and was on the floor. So to step back and look at everybody and see actually what the work is that they're doing, it's really kind of cool.
Yeah, okay.
It was very fun last night watching everybody.
Well, it was a great cup as well.
It was a great
Makes
cup.
it easy to watch. Glad I was not judging.
It was not easy.
No, not at all. So into third place, we had Travis and Jamie. Your feelings?
Okay, this is the part where I started struggling, because I'm looking at, for me it was the top three, and they're very close, and it depended on, really when I looked, finding myself wanting to do certain things and doing different things. I think I had them higher. I had them higher. I had them placed higher this evening. I felt that their performance was very strong, very committed. I like the style of what they do. I like the balance, is what I would say, between them as I feel like they're one of the stronger couples.
Yes.
Most balanced couple on the floor, for me overall. They're just, I felt that for whatever reason, I was watching the same and I was thinking I was going to have them almost to win. And in the final I went, shit, can't do that.
Did you just say, beep?
I did. I said beep. Shoot, I can't do that. So, yeah, and so it's interesting to be in that position, and I think I did give them maybe 1 or 2 dances.
Wow, that's cool.
I felt that they really earned it that last night.
All right, that's great. Okay, so into second place. And actually winning one of the dances last night, we have Max and Tatiana.
Okay, like I said, this is where it started getting difficult. And I got to watch all of these competitors for the first time and really get to see their material. And I took my time. I tried to mark it as quickly as possible down in the bottom so I could say, okay, I know this is going to be a struggle. So I give myself enough time to really have a look at what they're doing. And I absolutely loved what Max and Tanya were doing in certain places. And I found them, okay, it's very compelling, very easy. And then they would have a moment where I went, okay. But overall, I like artistically that they're pushing. Maybe sometimes too much and it breaks down at moments. But overall, I really felt very strongly that they deserved actually more than one dance last night.
Okay.
I mean, there was only one dance where I felt that the drop-off was there, and I was in Viennese Waltz, not quite enough volume.
Okay.
Overall.
I
just did not enough not volume, space. It became too small. I like their interpretation that they're pushing. They're trying different things. Maybe it's not all working yet, but when they start clicking and when they do fire, like in the tango, it's very strong.
Yeah.
Very dynamic, very clear.
Well, they're still a relatively new partnership as well.
They still are also. I mean, I think the longest going partnership at the time right now is Travis and Jamie.
Yes, you're probably correct.
Yeah, so.
All right, there we go. And actually winning the competition last night, we had current world Pro Smooth champions, Nick and Victoria.
Well, okay. This is the second time I've got to watch them compete. Just standing aside and watching them compete. This time I was judging them, and as you know, we don't get to appreciate everything that they do. My impressions went something like this. On simple qualities, they're very great dancers. I feel where the fall off is in performance and artistry. I think the other two couples have a lot more strengths at times than they did, especially tonight, last night rather, or should I say tonight?
Yeah,
tonight, yeah. So it was much. I don't feel that. I feel like in representing the place that they are, there's a certain expectation that they will be dominant, and it very much wasn't for me on the evening. I feel like the other couples were too tight and too challenging. I mean, it's right up there. So it was very interesting. You know, it was very, very difficult actually, because knowing what it is and saying, I can. What should I? You know, what do you do in that moment? Is a new novel experience to actually be judging in this field. And what I wanted to do and what I found myself doing were two very different things. It was really weird.
It's hard to judge.
Oh my God! Holy! Now, you know, I've heard that for so many years, and then when you finally make the transition and realize that you have to make decisions in the moment, and I walk off the floor thinking, I don't know if I did the right thing.
And all the conspiracy theories why you do make those decisions, they don't come into it.
Well, actually, they do. I mean, yeah, it was a grand conspiracy we had in the back room. We talked.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, on the side. Yeah, you were part of it. Oh,
and I wasn't even judging. So.
That's the best part.
Yeah, I'm just reporting this fake news at the moment.
Breaking news.
Fake news. So, hey, Mazen, thanks for taking the time to talk to me. I think it's great that Eugene and Maria put both you and Emmanuel as last year's champions on the panel, and I hope you get to really enjoy doing this.
It was a lot more Some parts were stressful, but actually it was kind of fun. It really was.
Good.
So thank you for having me on this. This is actually making me have to think about it after the fact.
Well, maybe you'll call me and want to change most of it, but we'll see what happens. All right, guys, we'll be back with more from New York Dance Festival 2017.